Hey, welcome to the very first Real Events podcast. My name's Tyson. I'm a real estate agent here in Washington State.
My name is Tony Dayton. I'm a mortgage broker here in Washington State.
And we are located just outside JBLM, Joint Base Lewis McChord. And we both primarily help veterans and their families with buying and selling homes using their VA home benefit, and also military members that are PCSing in and out, and just kind of helping with that whole process. And this is our very first episode. We've talked about it for a while, but we kind of took our time trying to figure it out. And even today, this is our first time getting set up with microphones, and we couldn't quite figure out how to link them up together. So that'll be for a later episode. But we decided. Yeah. What were you going to say?
I was just saying, I feel like that's what took us so long, is trying to figure out what tech we need.
Yeah, we've been here since, 3:30?
Yeah. It's like 7.
3:30. No, we came back at 4:30.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. 4:30. And then, I don't even know what time it is now. What time is it? 6. So that's how long it takes an Air Force guy and an Army guy to put their heads together to try to figure out technology. I don't know. This isn't our expertise yet. But we decided, what should we do for the first episode? We're going to answer 10 questions about VA home loans and just kind of give you guys an idea of what's to come with future episodes. So there, we used AI, by the way. We used AI to come up with these, and
they're complicated. What is a VA home loan?
Are you gonna make it complicated?
I might.
Okay, well, you're the loan officer. I'm just the guy that helps you find that house. Right. He does his job. I don't know.
I'm gonna complex it out.
Yeah. So, what is the first question? It is, what is a VA home loan? Yeah.
I mean, basically, it's just an insurance, right? Yeah. It's an insurance from the government that says, hey, lender, if you give veterans a loan for $0 down and they default on a loan, we will cover up to 25% of the purchase, right? And you get to keep the home.
Sorry, sweetheart.
Should I read what that said out loud?
No. But the VA isn't making the loan. The VA is not the lender.
They are not direct lender unless it's for a native, on native lands. And they have a list online.
Really?
Yeah, they got a list online of all the, basically they have like an MOU, I think they call it. I think it's an MOU. Remember, there's some kind of contract between each tribe that are trust lands. And then they can do $0 down VA loan on those lands.
Really?
Yep.
But that's direct through the VA.
That is direct through the VA.
Interesting.
There's actually, like, if you go look it up, there's a name, email, name, person you contact on there. And when I was doing the research, I was doing it for a class for active duty. And when I researched it, I found out that their rates, when rates were 7-8%, were 2.75.
Sorry, there's cars outside.
Yeah, they were 2.75 when rates were 8%. So theirs were still 2.
Yeah, so it's basically a tribal loan, but a VA tribal loan.
Yeah, basically. I mean,
so the only thing I've known that was ever direct was USDA direct.
Yeah.
So, and the loan officers have no get up and go with that.
No. There's boxes. They got tough boxes.
So the VA doesn't make that loan. They guarantee the loan for a certain amount, and all the different lenders can do a VA loan as long as it meets the VA guidelines.
Yep.
Right.
Well, yeah. I mean. So yeah, as long as it has to meet the VA's criteria to be insured, right? So like one of the things I've seen before is someone didn't occupy properly, and so I'm not sure what happened there, but the VA did not insure the loan, and that loan was on the thing with the bank. It was on their books and it wasn't going nowhere. They couldn't sell it.
Yeah, because the idea of most banks, when they make a loan, they turn around because they made it according to the rules. They can turn around and sell it on the secondary market. Yeah. That's why when you buy a house, like a month or 2 later, you get a packet from a whole new place saying, hey, we're going to be taking your payment now. Log into this place, create your blah, blah, blah. And that might happen 3-4 times. I think it happened twice to me and my wife.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it just happened to us, me and my wife, actually, on the 1st of this year.
Yeah. Brand new servicer.
Brand new. No, it's just still the same company, but they to a different department.
Interesting. See, mine was Caliber, and then it got bought out by New Res bought Caliber.
Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah, that. So, and also lenders have to meet the minimum VA requirements, but they're allowed to put their own rules. In addition, those are called overlays, right? Overlays. So like the VA doesn't have a minimum credit score. A lot of people don't know that, but the lender doing the loan is allowed to say, hey, we won't do anything with anybody under a 620 or a 580 or a 600. It's their prerogative. So not all lenders will do the same.
Yep.
Some lenders will just pre-approve you for what you approve for. They don't care that you've got a 550. You'll just approve for what you approve for.
Not counting my non-traditional credit, because that was no credit score, right? I've closed some of those. But the lowest credit score I've closed is 507.
507.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
and that was a zero down VA loan?
Zero down VA.
Awesome. What's the next question?
The next question is, who is eligible for a VA home loan?
Well, that's a question for you.
I mean, that's basically anybody that's served in the military for, so you got to get into certain scenarios to understand. So it's basically for military active duty veterans who have served a certain amount of time during the time period criteria that was required to have served to catch the VA benefit.
Like an active duty person's time and a National Guardsman's time is different.
They're different. Yeah.
Yes.
Their types of service, the time in service. So like someone who served during the Cold War, right, wasn't eligible till 2 years, 2 continuous years. And many of those guys actually only did 2 years.
National Guard?
No, active duty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so say like you did active duty for 24 months during the Cold War. I think it's Cold War time frame. Cold War, right before Desert Shield, right? Mm-hmm. So you did 2 years, because they had service times 2 years. I've seen
right when I was born.
Yeah. So they did two years, but say they got out early at some point in time, they wouldn't qualify.
Okay.
Now, if you were active duty, I think even up till now, still, as far as I know, we're still at war. I mean, they haven't really said we're not, and I haven't seen anything that says we're not. So, like an active duty guy who goes off to basic training, as soon as he completes 90 days, he's eligible for a VA home loan, right?
Right.
Now, if he doesn't, say he only goes, maybe he makes it a year and 9 months, right? And then he gets out or whatever. Now he's no longer eligible, because he didn't complete the term of service.
Right.
So they're not going to give that VA loan, but he could have had one first. So he could have been eligible at one time and then not been eligible anymore.
So he could have gotten a VA loan while he was in?
Yeah.
And then got out. Now what happens? He just can't get another one after that. That's interesting.
Yeah, I've seen that one. I feel like I've seen that one recently, honestly, with someone. I was kind of blown
sounds like
away.
It's really odd. Like it doesn't happen very often.
No. I think that the most thing is either you completed your term of service.
Mm-hmm.
Did you complete your service? If you did, if you were National Guard or reserves, did you, outside of doing more than 6 years, did you serve any actual active duty time where you were called up for COVID response, or for me, where I was called to Iraq, all those times. And any combination of that, of 90 days or more, you got eligible for your VA loan, right? So that's kind of, I think that's it in a nutshell. I mean, it's for military veterans. There is some NOAA, right, the National Ocean Atmospheric Administration, that I guess get some kind of eligibility. Yeah, there's the USPS, something like that. That's it's like medical, I think. So I've never done it, so I don't really. Yeah, not something.
Doesn't come up very often.
No, never comes up. So yeah.
Well, what's the next one here? How do I apply for a VA home loan? Well, whether you find a realtor first or you go straight to a loan officer, the process is kind of the same. I'll either forward you over to a loan officer that I trust and work with, like Tony, or Tony will just work with you directly from the moment you contact him, and then either you go find a realtor or he might suggest a good realtor for you, like myself.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's pretty much it, right? And then you fill out the little application link, jump on, do all the little portals.
Now, what are some of the forms that you would tell anybody, hey, I'm going to go apply for a VA home loan? What are some of the forms that I should go ahead and get together?
Pay stubs, bank statements, W-2s, ID, Social Security card.
And your DD-214.
And your DD-214.
Yeah. Now, what about a guy who's active duty? What does he need?
Typically,
because he doesn't have a DD-214.
Everything but the DD-214.
Okay, but he needs proof that he's in the military ID?
No, like his LES. When he gives me his LES, I'm going to see his active duty.
Oh, leaving earnings statement.
Yep. All right. So is it LES across the board?
I think so.
Yeah, it is.
I think when it comes to that, it's all the
Air
same.
Force is LES, right?
Yeah.
with perks. So you guys got like extra perks.
Yeah, I don't know if the Marines call it something different. I don't know. Crayon money.
Crayon.
I don't know. I don't know. What are the benefits of a VA home loan versus, say, a regular loan, like a conventional loan?
I mean, no down payment with no private mortgage insurance, right? Because you can get what FHA down payment assistance. They get the out here. They get the Washington State Housing Finance. We got the Rosebud program. So you can get a zero down loan, but all those ones come with private mortgage insurance.
Yeah.
Where the VA, zero down, no private mortgage insurance, right?
Yeah, and for those of you who don't know what private mortgage insurance is, it's called PMI, private mortgage insurance.
Or MIP.
MIP.
There's two. PMI is conventional, MIP is FHA.
Gotcha. But they're basically the same thing.
Basically.
Yeah. Anyways. That is basically, in addition to your payment, it's included in your mortgage that you pay if you're under 20% down on a conventional. Is it if you put less than 20% down, you have to pay PMI until you have over 20% equity in the property, right? And then you have to refi it at that point to get rid of it most of the time, right?
Most of the time. I mean, technically it's 78%. It's supposed to fall off.
Okay. Automatically?
I would assume you just call your servicer and see if they'll recast.
Yeah.
You recast your value. I haven't really seen this portion. I haven't seen anybody do it. But then again, I mean, like, I'm not 90% of what I've closed has been VA loans. So as far as the conventional side goes, like, there's so many situations I still haven't been through. And so I believe that you could call it a recast is what you can do. So. Okay.
And a recast is where you have a loan and you have a payment, and then you bring in a chunk of money and say, hey, I want to put this down, but I want to put this down and my payment adjust according to how much I have left, because I want to actually affect my payment, and then they'll recalculate all the payments.
I should look into that some more, just on the conventional side, just because, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, you contact Radian or Arch Direct, one of these insurance companies, right? And they probably have a process for it because it's their insurance. It's on the thing. So
yeah, and just to make sure we answer. No. See, I'm so used to just putting my thumb down. It's on the phone. It's on the phone.
You tried to use his thumbprint on my phone.
Yeah. What would you have done if it worked, though?
I know, right?
I'd have been like, haha.
Oh, so it's not as tricky as secure as they say.
It says, what are the benefits of the VM? Well, yeah, zero down. There really aren't too many other zero down programs. I mean, there is an FHA zero down. It's kind of rare. I've only heard about it a handful of times.
Well, that's all down payment assistance.
Yeah.
So it's not zero down. Like, even when we put it into the system, we put it in there as 96.5%.
I've heard it called zero down.
It's just 3.5% coming from some kind of modality, right? That takes care of that portion of the down payment. So
gotcha.
Did
we answer that one completely, you think?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Can I use the VA home? This would be short, quick, and easy. Can I use the VA home loan to buy a second property or investment property?
Yes.
Not a second home. You're not, well, there's a strategy to do it, right?
Yeah.
You have to occupy the property for 12 months. Right?
Yeah.
Or intend to occupy the property for 12 months. So that means you can buy a property, move into it, and then turn it into a rental, turn it into a second home.
Yeah, the first property becomes the investment property when you move into the second one, but you have to meet the time requirements of the first one, which is something that I'm going to be doing through you.
Yeah.
I bought my home in 2019, and we've bought land, and we're going to use the VA home building loan to build, and part of that process is having to rent out our home, bring that contract to the lender, and then they basically wipe that off the debt to income sheet.
Did we determine? I don't know if you ever got back to me on that. Are you guys moving into an RV during that period?
We're actually going to be building a temporary construction dwelling that is going to turn into an ADU when the house is done being built.
Yes, sir.
It's actually a lot of fun, and it just takes a lot of time.
You should have built that on the other side of the property so the lender doesn't know.
Hey, as long as it's a construction residence.
Right.
Apparently, that's the way around it.
Should be fine. I mean, worst case scenario, you just turn it into a storage, and then once it's done, you can bring it back. It's just the lender doesn't want you building upward.
It just can't be permanent.
Yeah, can't be permanent.
But once the loan's closed and you own the house, whatever you do with that temporary residence is.
Yeah, then it's yours. I mean, they're not coming back. And just whatever you're doing is temporary. Yeah.
What is this next
Can
one
I
here?
use the VA home loan to refinance an existing mortgage?
Yeah.
Absolutely, yes. In fact, I've actually had an interesting scenario that I did one time. So I had a father-daughter, where he was the veteran, she was not. So I helped them get into a home. It was with an FHA loan. We did a 3.5% down. They got into the home, no problem, right? Well, that was about 2019. And then in 2021, the market, everybody knows, rates dropped, right? And equity doubled, right?
Yeah.
Equity just shot up 40%, 50%. And so I was actually able to take that duo, cash out, refinance them into a VA loan. And so with his daughter on the loan.
So did he live there?
Yeah, he lived there too. They lived together. Like it was like a
Was he on the
6-bedroom house.
FHA loan?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. So we cash out, refinanced, utilized his VA eligibility.
But only he was on the.
Nope, they were both on it.
Even though it's his daughter?
Yep.
Interesting.
So swapped.
Refis are different, aren't they?
That's right. Because here's the thing.
She's on the original loan.
Yep. And she's on they're both on the loan. And the thing is that you can only go to 87.5% loan to value. So when I did their cash out refinance to lower their interest rate, I took the loan under 87.5, which met the VA's requirement of the 12.5% down to cover her share of the entitlement and use the rest on his entitlement. The interesting thing about that is the one thing that's really crucial to understand there is that the veteran has to qualify for half, as well as the daughter had to qualify for half.
So they still have to, their income's factored just like a married couple, basically.
No, it's not.
Oh, no. Oh, it's split in two.
It's split in two. So like in a married couple, if he's making 100,000 and she's making 20 or vice versa, right?
They just put it together.
They just put it together. Now, if he was only making 20,000 and she was making 100,000, he wouldn't qualify and we wouldn't be able to close that loan.
Because he has to be able to cover at least 50% of it.
Yep.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I've never heard that one yet.
Yeah.
See, we're learning too. We're learning too. I'm learning. He's not learning. He knows everything.
And you can do conventional to VA, obviously. I've even done some VA to conventional to do things. A lot of, which we'll talk about in a later episode with construction loans, right? So a lot of people that want to buy and build, right, that already own a home get stuck with their entitlement being used. Mm-hmm. And so what they'll do is they'll cash out, refinance, wait a good 4 or 5 months, and then start talking to someone about doing the build process, and that way they're meeting the occupancy requirements to live in the house for the conventional loan for a year. So they conventional and they can refinance primary that way. Otherwise, because if they refinance while they're doing the build, they're going to avoid occupancy fraud. They're going to need to refinance that property conventional as an investment property refinance, which can be a lot different. Totally, if that's the way it's got to go, it's the way it's got to go. But
you can get pretty creative. Yeah,
you can get a little bit creative there. I mean, you definitely want to stay within the confines of the law. You don't want to be going to jail for something dumb like occupancy fraud, right? So it's like federal time too.
We're not condoning or promoting occupancy fraud.
No, not at all. Are there any limitations on type of homes I can purchase with the VA loan?
Yes, there is. Condition is a limitation. It has to meet a certain condition. It can't be falling apart. That's one of the things about the VA loan. They're very specific about protecting the veteran and making sure they're getting into a good, livable home. And they won't let you. Now, there is a VA rehab loan where you can fix up a home that needs some work, but still, by the end of that, when it gets done, the house is livable and in a certain condition. Also, the VA is actually kind of lenient more than the other loans when it comes to like manufactured homes that have been moved before.
Oh yeah.
Has to be on land. It can't be a home in a park where you're paying space rent. The VA doesn't cover that at all. And single wides. Are they doing single wides yet? Was there any changes with that?
No.
So no single wides.
No, I do single wides. I've always done single wides.
Right. But there was like a thing that came out last year, wasn't there, where they opened it up more? Maybe not.
No, not for me.
Okay.
I've
So
been
you
doing,
can use a VA loan on a single wide
yeah,
on
I've
land.
done it several times.
Okay. Does it still follow the same rules for like 1974 and newer?
Oh yeah, everything's June
It's all
15th.
HUD.
Yeah, that's when HUD started actually like, let's say, legalizing manufactured homes.
Typically, you can't get a loan on a manufactured home older than 1974, like
Six.
is it 76
Yeah,
or 74?
June 15th, 1976.
June 15th. That's when HUD came in, and all the houses from that point on have a
Now,
HUD plate.
you can get a loan on something older than that. It's just a portfolio.
Well, yeah, typically.
Yeah, it's a portfolio. It's like a bank. Some bank somewhere along the line probably just said, "Hey, we're going to finance these, right? We're going to do." A lot of it's like a vacant land deal, kind of. You know, is how they look at it.
But they keep that loan on their books.
They keep it on their
They don't
books.
sell it on the
Yeah.
secondary market because no one will buy it.
No, there's nothing.
So only certain lenders will do portfolio loans. Most of the time, it's credit unions.
Yeah, and I mean, you could, because you remember, you can do, and think about the different types of homes you purchase: condos, townhomes, duplex, triplex, fourplex. Technically, you can go up to 6 doors in a business with 2 veterans. Now, I have not seen a lender actually finance six doors in a business for 2 veterans. I have been through doing a business, for veterans with a purchasing of a home. That one's kind of weird because it's really hard to find a business that doesn't take up a lot of space because they do not give you value for the business. So basically, if it's and it can't be like more than 25% of the space.
So you can buy with your VA loan, you can buy a home with multiple dwellings in it. So like a fourplex,
Yeah,
or a six up to a sixplex.
Up to a 6 with 2 veterans.
With 2 veterans, so 2 veterans got to be on it, and they have to live in for the time limit required by the VA, right? A year.
Yeah.
After that, they can move out and rent out those units.
Yeah, do whatever.
Yeah, do whatever.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's definitely a great way to build your portfolio.
Yeah.
Especially, I give the dual military speech all the time. If I got 2 that are married and they're both military or veterans, I'm like, hey, here's the thing, guys. You've got like $2 million, 1.75 million technically, or whatever.
Because their entitlements combined, right? They add to each other, right?
Basically, once they both have a charge on their entitlements, then they can add them together, right? Because then they're capped at whatever the county is.
Right.
So the county, like we live in a county, we're fortunate because we live next to a higher price county associated by regular loan county size, right? So it's like $9.95. I don't know. It's January. It's beginning of the year, so it's like I keep forgetting what the numbers change to because they always change after the first of the year. So it's $9.90 and $7.65. I think is the new county loan limits. I don't know. I'd have to look it up. But
different by every county, right?
Yeah. No. Well, most of the counties are at $7.65. Most everywhere, and then you get your higher priced ones like Alaska, Hawaii, Seattle.
So
LA,
King County, basically, is one of the higher ones.
King and Pierce, yeah.
Gotcha.
Let's see, number 8. Well, you already covered this one. Do I need a good credit score to qualify for a VA home loan?
Yeah, just to recap on that, the VA itself does not have a minimum credit score requirement. The lender doing the loan is the one with the overlay, as we call it.
Yeah, and I mean, basically what it is, obviously higher credit score, better interest rates, right? Yeah. Of course. I mean, that's higher. It's risk. They're calculating risk. And also, basically, what the requirement is I think the easiest way to say it is no late payments in the last 12 months, no new added collections in the last 12 months. You could have maybe one in a good reason and still qualify, as long as that one in a good reason is kind of desolate or isolated. It just. The scenarios, if it's a scenario like that, you just contact a VA professional and just kind of run it by them, And if you get told no and you think they're wrong because you listen to this podcast, then I will comment. I'm sure you can comment in the section. We'll respond.
Yeah, comment section. Yeah. Talk to Tony.
Yeah, we'll definitely weed through situations for sure. So, can I use a VA loan to buy a home in a different state?
I think only if you're moving to that state, right?
Absolutely.
Like you have to live in it a year.
Yeah, you got it. If you're going to buy it, yeah, I mean, across the United States, absolutely. You know,
That's why the first property you go into after a year can become the investment property, but you have to go.
yeah, and I believe you can buy in which one's part of the United States in the islands? Is it Puerto Rico?
Yeah.
So I believe you can buy in Puerto Rico with the VA loan. Mm-hmm. However, none of us on the United States side are going to be able to finance that loan because they got their own banking system, I believe. But
so you need a lender there.
So you get a lender there. You can actually do a VA loan in Puerto Rico too, I believe. That's what I gathered. It was a while back. It was just a weird topic.
Yeah, I wonder how it works in the territories like American Samoa.
Right, like you'd think they'd insure it. So then the last one before we cut out is, can I use a VA home loan more than once?
Yes.
Yes.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that one's good. Yes.
Yes.
That's the first time I've got to use the button. Sorry.
I know. I forgot about the buttons.
I just realized that that there were buttons. Yeah. My bad. But this could have been a lot more fun.
Right. So you remember the county loan limit I was talking about earlier?
Yeah.
Easy math. Let's go easy math. Let's say 990. Let's say 990 is the county loan limit of the county that you're moving to, right? And you bought a house for $500,000, right? Already, and you want to move to somewhere else. You can purchase that next home in the 990. If that next home's county loan limit is $990,000, you can purchase that next home zero down in that county for $490,000 zero down.
But you can go over that too.
Yep. And if you go over that, then you got to meet the VA's position of 25% of the difference. So you're not paying the full difference like on FHA. If you go over it, you're paying the full difference of the county loan limit. VA, you're only paying 25% of that.
So if you go 100,000 over, you have to put 25 grand down.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I think I'm actually about to run into that situation with a client I was messaging earlier today.
Not one of mine, is it?
No, Florida.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, well.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Getting my license in Florida soon, by the
way. Hey. How's that going? Where you fly back and forth?
Hoping to start a team here and a team there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
My wife's from there, so it'd be easier to bounce back and forth.
Oh, yeah. That's a long flight.
Dreams. Speaking of which, she's calling me.
Hey, there she is. I still really want to say what you got it listed as. It
says sexy wifey.
I was going to say it rhymes with Lexi.
That's what it says. Yes. Yes.
Oh, is it the which one? Oh, man. Where is it?
I used it.
No, this one. Where is it? Oh, gobble. Nope. Giggle.
Yeah. Let's imagine what she's going to say when I get home.
Right? Oh, you just made me sound like her. Oh, crap.
You prick.
Get over here. I want some pickles and mayonnaise.
I don't even know how to turn these off now. This is great. But we're not going to do
this. We're not going to do that.
There we go.
There's the button.
Hey, thank you so much for tuning in and listening to our first ever podcast here at Real Vets. We're trying our best to get better at it. This is our very first one, and expect the next one to be much better, higher quality, and still a whole lot of fun. See you then.